Welcome to the Chelsea news in just a 5-minute video. Short, sweet, to the point, no BS, no waffle. Starting with the transfer updates and the left-back position. We've got Marc Guehi nailed on as the number one, as we all know. Renato Viega is the backup, even though at times we've seen Milos Kerkez come over and play on the left-hand side. With Reece James back in the squad now and facing potential minutes back on the pitch against Palace today, Veiga finds himself in that sort of backup position and he wants to play more. Fabrizio Romano is reporting that Napoli are interested in taking Veiga on loan for the remainder of the season if Chelsea are willing to do business. They're not going to force anybody out the door, Chelsea, apart from those that we know have been told they need to go, the likes of Ben Chilwell and Carly Chukwuemeka. But Veiga is the focus of Napoli. So as a result, Chelsea are looking for a replacement in the squad. That's where we turn to Bournemouth and Milos Kerkez. The 21-year-old left-back has been impressing everybody this season. Along with Bournemouth and their form this season, he's identified as a potential replacement. They're looking for a price of around 50 million. So whether or not that's going to be something that happens this January or it's going to be something in the summer, but keep your eye on Milos Kerkez of Bournemouth. He is a Chelsea target. Another Chelsea defender linked with a move away and someone who wants to play more football is the heavily criticised Axel Disasi. Now, a lot of people on his case. He made the mistake against Ipswich the other night, obviously, so people jump on him. He's a little bit like Marmite, Disasi. You either like him or you don't. Simple as that. I actually think he's all right. I don't think he's as bad as people make out that he is, but he wants to play more football. He's now 26. He wants to be playing week in, week out. And just like Veiga, he finds himself as a backup in that Conference League team, and he's looking for more football. I think he's quite solid. I think he's got a lot more improvement to do, but I think the guy is being harshly criticised. Anyway, Sky Sports over in Italy are reporting that Bayer Leverkusen have joined Juventus in looking at Disasi to try and sign him in this particular January window. As we know, and as I've said before, Chelsea are not going to push anybody out the door, but if an offer comes in that is reasonable or something that will convince Chelsea to sell, then they will. Expect Disasi to leave the football club in January, Leverkusen or Juve. Whether it's permanent or a loan, we're not sure, but Disasi looks as though he's on his way out if the offer comes in. If it doesn't, he'll stay. So if Disasi goes, and with news that Wesley Fofana's out for the season and Benoit Badiashile is actually out until next month, Chelsea are looking at potential replacements and have identified a Chelsea youngster, Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace. We've spoken about it here on the channel before, but Chelsea's interest in Guehi is genuine. They have got a match clause in the deal that when they signed him at Crystal Palace, that any bid comes in for Guehi, Chelsea have the opportunity to match it. They've also got first refusal. Guehi, will he want to come back to Chelsea? Interesting to see if he plays against us today and how he performs. But Chelsea have identified Marc Guehi as a real target. What's your take on these stories so far? Veiga, Kerkez, Disasi, Guehi? Let me know in the comment section. Finally, ridiculous reporting time. And as we know with the January transfer window, there's all sorts of reports that come out. Some of them are credible. Some of them have got real sort of substance behind them. And some of them are complete nonsense. And on the Football Fancast, PSG willing to table a stunning 150+ million offer to sign Cole Palmer. They believe a €200 million bid for Palmer, £166 million, will be enough for Chelsea to convince Chelsea to sell him. And I just think that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Cole Palmer is someone that, as we all know, for 42 million stepped into our football club. We'd all seen him at Man City thinking this guy's a talent, but no one could have imagined the impact he's had on our football club. He now is the main man. You look at the likes of João Felix, you look at Jadon Sancho, you look at your Pedro Netos, you look at everybody else in that squad, they all look to Cole Palmer, especially João Felix. Think of how much he cost for Atletico Madrid a few years back, and he's playing second fiddle to Palmer, who is just unbelievable, Cole Palmer. Chelsea are not going to do business with PSG. PSG can forget it. Why would you want to go to PSG anyway? To win the league in France, season in, season out, and do nothing in the Champions League? So forget that. Cole Palmer's going nowhere, Chelsea fans. And finally, that leaves me to the game today. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Enzo Maresca to go full strength. The standard team he's been putting out week in, week out, which will be Sanchez in goal. It'll be Cucurella left back. It'll be Tosin and Colwill with Malo Gusto on the right-hand side. In the middle, it'll be Enzo, Moises Caicedo. The three in behind the striker will be Neto, Sancho, Cole Palmer in behind Jackson. That's the 11, I believe. and I believe Chelsea will bounce back and beat Crystal Palace. It is a difficult game. It's a dodgy game. It's a hard game. It's one that you just can't think, oh, we're just going to turn up and win it. We need to earn the right to win the game. And I expect a reaction from Chelsea, having 3 bad performances over Christmas. Let's start the new year with a victory. Come on, Chelsea. Let's do this. Hopefully you enjoyed the short and sweet 5-minute video. If you have, drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications when my video come out, and let me know any comments you've got in the comments section below. Have a great Saturday, a good weekend, and I'll see you all next time.